so good to see you here today. Now, let's be honest. We've all wondered, how do I become that woman he can't stop thinking about? Not the one he texts once in a while, but the one he's telling his friends about. The one who's living rent-free in his mind. And here's the thing. It's not about playing games, and it's definitely not about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about understanding a few powerful shifts in how you show up, in what you value, and in what energy you bring to the table that make you unforgettable. Value yourself first. Obsession starts with self-worth. This is the foundation. If you want someone to be truly drawn to you to the point where they are thinking about you long after you've left the room, it begins with the way you think about yourself. You cannot fake genuine self-worth. People are remarkably good at detecting when someone is confident and when someone is just putting on a mask. The way you value yourself is reflected in everything you do. How you speak, how you carry yourself, how you respond to others, and even in what you tolerate. When you truly value yourself, you send out an unspoken message. I am enough. I do not need to prove anything. I do not need constant validation. And this is incredibly attractive. Why? Because most people are used to relationships where the other person is seeking approval, is trying too hard to be liked, or is afraid of being alone. When you are rooted in your own worth, you create a different dynamic, one where the other person feels that being with you is a privilege, not a right. This kind of mindset changes your interactions. You stop over-explaining yourself. You stop chasing. You no longer feel the urge to constantly text first or to anxiously wait for a reply. You develop patience and a calm energy because you know that your life is full and rich with or without this person. Ironically, this very quality is what makes someone more interested in you. People become obsessed with those who are not obsessed with them. It's human nature. We chase what we cannot easily have, and we value what seems valuable in its own right. Valuing yourself also means having high standards and enforcing them. It means you walk away from situations that don't serve you. You do not settle for breadcrumbs of attention, and you certainly do not tolerate disrespect or indifference. Again, this creates a powerful effect. When someone realizes they cannot get away with giving you anything less than their best, they are either inspired to rise to the occasion, or they fall away. Either outcome serves you. If they rise, you attract someone who truly values you. If they fall, you make room for someone better. Many people mistakenly believe that being accommodating and always available will make them more likable. But this often has the opposite effect. When you are always available, always eager, and always ready to please, you diminish your perceived value. It becomes too easy. And in the realm of attraction, what comes too easily is rarely treasured. On the other hand, when you hold your own space, maintain your own life, and bring a sense of independence to the relationship, you become a person of intrigue, someone worth pursuing. Self-worth is not arrogance. It is not about thinking you are better than anyone else. It is about knowing you are enough as you are. You are not trying to win someone over. You are allowing them to discover your value while you remain grounded in it. And when you show up with that quiet confidence, you will find that people notice, they remember you, they want more of you. And that is where obsession begins. Create emotional variety, keep him curious and engaged. Humans are wired for novelty and stimulation. In the beginning of any relationship, there's a natural excitement that comes from discovering someone new. But over time, if interactions become too predictable or one-dimensional, that initial spark can fade. Emotional variety is about keeping the experience dynamic, so the person you're with continues to feel intrigued and engaged every time they interact with you. Many people mistakenly believe that consistency means being the same all the time, always sweet, always agreeable, always available. But while consistency in values and integrity is essential, emotional monotony is not. When every conversation feels the same, when every interaction follows the same predictable path, the relationship loses its edge. Attraction thrives on a certain degree of unpredictability. You want to be someone who keeps the other person wondering, what will it feel like to be around them today? Emotional variety doesn't mean creating unnecessary drama. It means allowing yourself to be fully expressive, playful one moment, deeply connected the next, light-hearted in some interactions and serious in others. It means having the courage to show the full spectrum of who you are, rather than curating a safe, one-note version of yourself in an effort to be liked. People become obsessed with those who evoke a range of emotions in them because it creates a rich and memorable experience. Think about your favorite movies or stories. They don't hold your attention by staying in one emotional tone. They take you on a journey. They make you laugh, make you cry, make you think, and make you feel alive. Relationships work the same way. When you can bring a sense of variety to your interactions, you make each encounter feel fresh and exciting. This doesn't require grand gestures, moral changes. A playful tease, a moment of unexpected vulnerability, a sudden burst of enthusiasm can shift the emotional tone and keep things interesting. It's also important to remain attuned to the energy of the moment. Emotional variety is about being present and responsive, not about performing. If a conversation calls for depth, lean into that. If the mood is light, allow yourself to be playful. The ability to flow between different emotional states with authenticity makes you incredibly magnetic. It shows that you are emotionally alive and that spending time with you will never feel dull or repetitive. Another key aspect of emotional variety is maintaining your own interests and passions outside the relationship. When you bring new experiences, insights, and emotions from other parts of your life into your interactions, you naturally create a sense of novelty. You become someone who is continuously evolving, someone who surprises and delights because you are engaged with life itself. Ultimately, people become drawn to those who make them feel something, and not just one thing, but a range of emotions that keeps the connection vibrant. Emotional variety taps into this fundamental human need, ensuring that the relationship remains a source of ongoing fascination and desire. Set boundaries. Mystery builds attraction. Many people fear setting boundaries because they worry it will push someone away or make them seem difficult. In reality, healthy boundaries are incredibly attractive because they communicate self-respect and confidence. When you have clear boundaries, you demonstrate that your time, energy, and emotional space are valuable. This creates a sense of scarcity, which in turn builds mystery and desire. People naturally value what they cannot easily access. If you are always available, always saying yes, always accommodating the other person's wishes at the expense of your own, you become predictable and lose a certain level of intrigue. On the other hand, when you communicate and uphold your boundaries, you create a dynamic where the other person must earn your attention and presence. This elevates their perception of you and deepens their interest. Setting boundaries starts with knowing what you truly want and need in a relationship. It requires clarity about what behaviors you will accept and what you will not tolerate. For example, if you value consistent communication, it's important to express that and hold someone accountable if they fail to meet that standard. If you need personal space and time for yourself, honoring that need shows that you are not willing to sacrifice your well-being for the sake of keeping someone around. The key is to communicate boundaries in a calm, respectful manner without guilt or apology. This is not about controlling the other person. It's about honoring yourself. When you do this, you foster an environment of mutual respect. The right person will be drawn to your strength and will appreciate the clarity you bring to the relationship. The wrong person will either be challenged to step up or will fade away, which ultimately serves your best interest. Boundaries also create an element of mystery because they prevent the relationship from becoming overly fused too quickly. When you maintain your own life, your own interests, and your own friendships, you naturally cultivate a sense of independence. This keeps the other person curious about you and your world. They are drawn to discover more because you are not constantly laying everything bare. You are someone with depth, with layers to explore over time. Additionally, boundaries help to regulate the pace of the relationship. In the excitement of new attraction, it's easy to rush in and spend all your time together. However, maintaining boundaries around how quickly you become available or how much you share too soon allows the relationship to build gradually, which is essential for sustaining long-term interest. When every layer is revealed at once, the mystery fades, but when you allow the other person to uncover aspects of you slowly, they remain engaged and invested. Boundaries also teach others how to treat you. When you consistently uphold them, you send a clear message about your standards. This creates an environment where respect and appreciation can flourish. The more someone respects you, the more they value your presence, and when someone values you, their desire to be close to you and to win more of your time and attention naturally grows. Be genuinely passionate. Passion is magnetic. One of the most compelling qualities you can bring into any relationship is a sense of genuine passion. People are naturally drawn to those who exude enthusiasm and vitality because it signals that they are fully engaged with life. When you pursue what lights you up, whether it's your career, hobbies, or creative pursuits, you become more dynamic and interesting. You radiate an energy that others find irresistible because it suggests that being around you will never feel dull or stagnant. Many people mistakenly believe that in order to make someone obsessed with them, they need to focus entirely on the relationship or mold themselves to fit the other person's interests. But the opposite is true. When you cultivate and maintain your own passions, you create a gravitational pull. You show that your life is rich and fulfilling on its own, which in turn makes others want to be a part of it. They become curious about what excites you, what drives you, and what new experiences they might share with you. Passion also fosters a sense of authenticity. When you are genuinely excited about something, you are at your most natural and vibrant. This authenticity is incredibly attractive because it allows others to see the real you, not a curated version designed to please, but a person who is deeply connected to their own interests and desires. In a world where many people suppress their passions to fit in or avoid judgment, someone who embraces their passions unapologetically stands out. Furthermore, passion is contagious. When you speak about something you love, your energy is elevated, and this has a powerful emotional impact on those around you. It inspires them, uplifts them, and makes them want to experience that energy more often. This creates a feedback loop where your passion not only attracts others, but also enhances the quality of your interactions, making them more memorable and engaging. Being passionate also contributes to your sense of independence. It reinforces the idea that your happiness does not solely depend on the other person. You have your own sources of joy and fulfillment, which makes you appear self-sufficient and emotionally grounded. This independence is highly attractive because it eliminates the pressure on the other person to be your sole source of happiness. Instead, they get to share in your happiness, which is a much healthier and more appealing dynamic. Additionally, passion gives you a continuous source of growth and evolution. As you pursue your interests and goals, you naturally evolve and develop new skills, perspectives, and experiences. This constant growth keeps you interesting and prevents the relationship from becoming stagnant. The other person sees that you are someone who is always moving forward, always discovering new dimensions of life, which keeps them intrigued and invested in the relationship. Finally, when you lead with passion, you encourage the other person to do the same. Your example can inspire them to reconnect with their own interests and dreams, creating a relationship dynamic where both partners support and fuel each other's growth. This kind of mutual inspiration is a powerful force that deepens emotional connection and keeps the attraction alive over the long term. Master playful confidence, flirt without fear. Playful confidence is one of the most captivating traits you can bring into any interaction. It combines lightheartedness with self-assuredness, creating an energy that draws people in and keeps them wanting more. Flirting, when approached with playful confidence, becomes a powerful tool for building attraction because it conveys that you are comfortable in your own skin and not overly concerned with the outcome. This relaxed yet engaging approach makes the other person feel at ease while also sparking curiosity and desire. At the heart of playful confidence is the ability to take interactions lightly. Many people become tense or anxious when trying to impress someone they're attracted to, which can come across as forced or needy. Playful confidence, on the other hand, signals that you are having fun and enjoying the moment, regardless of where it leads. This attitude is incredibly freeing for both parties because it removes pressure and allows the connection to unfold naturally. Flirting in this manner is not about scripted lines or calculated moves. It's about being present, attuned to the other person's energy, and willing to take small, spontaneous risks. A teasing remark, a knowing smile, a playful challenge. These subtle actions convey interest while also keeping the interaction dynamic and unpredictable. They show that you are engaged and confident enough to dance in the moment without fear of rejection or judgment. This kind of confidence also communicates high value. When you flirt playfully, you are demonstrating that you have options and that you are not desperate for validation. You are signaling that your interest in the other person is genuine, but not rooted in neediness. This balance of showing interest while maintaining independence is highly attractive because it creates a sense of challenge and intrigue. The other person is drawn to figure you out, to win more of your attention, which naturally builds obsession. Another key aspect of playful confidence is the ability to laugh at yourself and not take things too seriously. When you can poke fun at yourself or roll with unexpected moments, you show emotional resilience and humility. This makes you relatable and endearing, fostering a sense of connection. It also encourages the other person to relax and be themselves, which deepens the emotional bond. Playful confidence invites a sense of adventure into the relationship. It suggests that being with you will be fun, spontaneous, and filled with moments of joy. This creates a positive emotional association that makes the other person look forward to spending more time with you. The more enjoyable and engaging you make your interactions, the stronger the pull they will feel toward you. Finally, mastering playful confidence means embracing the possibility of rejection without letting it diminish your self-worth. When you flirt without fear, you are expressing that you value yourself enough to take risks and that your happiness is not contingent on any single person's response. This inner strength is incredibly magnetic because it demonstrates true confidence, the kind that captivates and compels others to want to be around you, show you have options. Scarcity drives desire. In human psychology, we are naturally wired to value what is rare and difficult to obtain. The principle of scarcity makes something seem more desirable simply because it is not freely available. This applies directly to relationships and attraction. When you subtly convey that you have options, that your time and attention are not automatically granted, you create an environment where the other person feels compelled to work harder to earn your presence. Showing that you have options does not mean boasting about other people being interested in you or playing manipulative games. It is about embodying a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. When you operate from abundance, you know that if one relationship doesn't work out, there are plenty of others out there. This confidence allows you to engage in relationships from a position of strength rather than need. People can sense this energy and it makes you far more attractive. When someone believes you are highly sought after, whether consciously or subconsciously, they perceive you as more valuable. This taps into a deep-seated social bias. If many people value something, it must be worth valuing. Conversely, if you appear to have no other options or seem too eager to secure one particular person's attention, it diminishes your perceived value. The more effortlessly you convey that your life is full and that you attract attention naturally, the more others will want to be part of your world. A crucial aspect of demonstrating that you have options is maintaining a vibrant, fulfilling life outside of any romantic relationship. Stay engaged with your passions, friendships, career, and personal growth. When you are genuinely excited about your own life, it shows. You are less likely to be overly available or to center your entire existence around one person. This creates a dynamic where the other person recognizes that your time is valuable and not to be taken for granted. Non-verbal cues also play a powerful role. Your body language, tone of voice, and responses can subtly communicate that you are accustomed to being valued. For example, if someone cancels plans at the last minute and you respond with grace but without eagerness to immediately reschedule, it signals that your time is precious and that you won't rearrange your life for someone who is inconsistent. These small moments reinforce the idea that you are someone with choices. Having options also means you can walk away if your needs aren't being met. This willingness to walk away is one of the strongest positions of power you can have in dating. When you are not afraid to lose someone, you approach interactions with more authenticity and less fear. Ironically, this often makes you even more desirable because it demonstrates that you are self-sufficient and emotionally secure. Lastly, when you show that you have options, it triggers a sense of competition and urgency. The other person becomes more motivated to invest in the relationship and to consistently show up as their best self. They understand that they are not entitled to your attention and that they must actively earn it. This dynamic keeps attraction alive and prevents complacency from setting in, fostering a relationship where both parties continually strive to bring value and excitement to each other's lives.